Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of St. Joseph's Prep Soccer here on WSJP, where today the Hawks of St. Joseph's Prep travel to Murphy Rec down in South Philly to take on the Saints of Neumann-Goretti. The Hawks coming off a 1-0 win yesterday against, a 1-0 loss yesterday against Roman Catholic, looking to get back into the win column today over Neumann-Goretti. For today's broadcast, I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined by Sam Salamone. Sam, how are you feeling, man? It's a bright, sunny day out, one of the best days of the year, and you get to watch St. Joseph's Prep Soccer.
It's a great day. As you said, coming off a great Friday. Excited for the weekend. Big game tomorrow, Prep LaSalle. Excited for that one. But this Prep team, they're going to be dominant tonight.
You think so? You think that you're predicting they'll win tonight?
Yeah, I think it's going to be not a blowout, but
I got you. A pretty good win for the Hawks. I understand what you're trying to tell me. I would agree with Sam. I think the Hawks right now a very dominant team as we speak. I mean, just 2 losses on their total record with 9 total wins. And, the Neumann-Goretti team, obviously a team that has not won a game yet this season. So I do believe the Hawks will come out today and look very good. But you never know, Sam. This is the PCL. Anything could definitely happen. Neumann-Goretti could definitely surprise the Hawks here today. The Prep, we expect them to wear white today, but Neumann, they came out in their white jerseys, so Coach McIntyre made the adjustment and have us wearing the black and red jerseys today. But definitely not a bad choice by Coach.
No, when we came out here, when we were setting up, I said to Ryan, whose idea was it for both teams to wear white? And thankfully they switched it.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been too great for broadcasting purposes. But Ethan Cosgrove going to start today in the goal. No Franny Seaman today, and a bit of a change when it comes to the starting lineup. The Prep starting the guys maybe you don't typically see too much in the game. You have Chris Bryan out there, Jack Joseph, Bobby Lithgow. I see Catanza Reedy, Michael Comey. I believe Chase Massanova, that is, out there. Declan Hardy. And as I mentioned, Ethan Cosgrove back in the goal. No Franny Seaman tonight for the Hawks. Massimo Albert as well is out there. And the Hawks having a pregame huddle before we get things going today. But Sam, I'll ask you before we start off here in just a minute, what can the Hawks do today to get back in the win column?
I think they need to quit going offsides. The game that I called, there was way too many offsides penalties. And another part of that was their Hail Mary kicks, as I was calling them. From pretty much midfield, they were kicking them and they're going way over the net, way to the left, way to the right. I think they just need to calm down, focus, and this will be a easy win for the Hawks if they can do that.
No, I would 100% agree with that. The Hawks of St. Joseph's Prep definitely. There have been a bit of concerns. Obviously, the offsides calls have been one of the common criticisms we've seen. But nonetheless, we will see how they fare today. No clock here at the Murphy Rec. The one that I see is not running, so we are going with approximate time here today. Chris Bryan gets it back. And we are starting off here. Here's Bobby Lithgow here on the side. Lithgow tried to get it to Hardy, but his pass was intercepted. And now Catanza Reedy gets it over to Michael Comey. Rather of Timmy Comey. Here's Michael Abrams. Abrams over to Albert. And the Prep trying to get the ball past Neumann-Goretti, but their defense, Neumann-Goretti, really playing a bit up today, which is a bit interesting. We don't typically see that. We haven't seen that in the PCL, nor in the out-of-league competition. This one over to Catanza Reedy. Trying to find somebody downfield, and he does. Declan Hardy trying to get behind the defense. His pass taken away, though. And it's a 2-on-1. Hardy able to get by almost everybody, but his pass once again taken away. Bobby Lithgow trying to make a play on the ball. This one going near out of bounds. It goes out, so I guess the
blue line.
Oh, yeah, the blue line. That'll be our out-of-bounds marker here today. Massanova taken away from him, and now it gets back to Michael Abrams. The freshman on varsity really making an impact, has been getting in the game, and I believe Massanova, he's wearing Dom Qualit's number 20. As we mentioned, the Hawks would have to change jerseys pretty quickly here. Jack Joseph gets it back over to Michael Comey. Comey tried to get it back, but his pass taken away. And now the Saints here, they come downfield. Massimo Albert trying to take it away. And here come the Saints. The Hawks, they have numbers currently, but this one kicked out of bounds. It'll be a goalie kick for Ethan Cosgrove, but a very good start. Or no, it'll actually be a corner kick for Neumann-Goretti. So Neumann-Goretti surprising the Prep getting downfield, Sam.
Yeah, that was a beautiful takeaway right there. Prep passing it around, playing good team ball, trying to confuse the Neumann defense, and great play by the guy right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Couldn't really see the number, but
Yeah, I know the sun has been blaring on us here
yep.
today.
But great takeaway.
And this one head tapped out. Great job of the prep to get the ball away. And now Chris Bryan trying to come in for a steal. Neumann-Goretti, that pass taken away. Here's Catanzariti downfield. The prep trying to get something done in transition. Over to Bobby Lithgow. Lithgow making the defense move back. So is Chris Bryan. He is behind the defense, but the pass was a little off target. Jack Joseph now chasing down. And this will just be a kick out of bounds. Good instincts there from the Saints to get it away. So it will be a throw-in instead of a possible corner kick opportunity. Now Jack Joseph will do the throw-in for the Hawks. And Joseph gets it. Trying to maneuver it around the defense. Whistle blown, and it looks like it was out there on Joseph. And it'll be a throw-in for Neumann-Goretti. And now Neumann trying to find anybody open. A bit of a short pass. Joseph takes this one away. Here's Joseph. Shot for him. This one goes left, but it will be a corner kick opportunity here for the Hawks. And Sam, the corner kicks, maybe you know from the Carroll game, your last broadcast, that the corner kick's not really a specialty of the prep, but maybe we can see something change here today.
Yeah, most of them were either way over the goal out of bounds, or they're right to the Carroll guys. This one's kicked in.
Here it is, Joseph, and it tried to head tap it in. I think Albert was trying to get that one in, but it went a little left, so it'll be a goal kick for the Saints.
Yeah, like I kept emphasizing last game, you gotta, with the corner kicks and the headers, you gotta get the header down, so it perfectly goes into the net instead of going up there and giving a goalie a hard play, obviously. But
and that's going to be a foul there on Neumann-Goretti as Chris Bryan got held a little bit, and it looked like they were taking him off target. But this will be a free kick here for the Hawks in a very favorable position.
Yeah, this is all offense so far for the prep, and these Neumann guys are eventually going to break. So.
Oh yeah, I mean if you keep holding it, if the prep are able to keep it going offensively, then you could be right. And the prep have done well with these free kicks that are inside, and obviously penalty kicks. They have not missed a penalty kick once this season.
Goretti defense
Right now,
moving around.
Maybe Abrams. Oh, Jack Joseph actually going to take the penalty kick. Shot from him. This one goes a little left. It'll be a goal kick for the Saints.
Yeah, not ideal right there, but if we keep getting pressure, keep getting those penalty kicks, Prep can 100% pull away here and not make this a close game.
And we'll see if they're able to do so. Massimo Albert gets it over to Chris Bryan. Loses it momentarily. And a missed time there from Neumann-Goretti. Jack Joseph lost it. It's going towards the sideline. It's hard to tell from over here. Bryan gets knocked down. And the prep wanted a call, and they do get it. And it will be a free kick here for the Hawks, more towards the sideline. Here it is. Header. It is saved. Very nice save there. And this one tossed out. Abrams with a head tap. And Massimo Albert does a really nice job getting it back behind the defense. Chris Bryan and Declan Hardy trying to make a play on the ball, but it is saved once again and a punt out. Massimo Albert once again. Really nice defensive plays from him. And now here is Massanova. Gets it to the side, or try to get it to the side over to Jack Joseph. This one behind the defense. Whistle blown. It'll be offsides on the prep.
That was a great sequence right there. Obviously, this goalie, Colin Goodman, know him personally. He was a great guy. Played a lot of soccer with his brother when I was younger. He was always around. He was always a great kid and just an exceptional goalie.
And now this pass taken away here by the prep, and they are trying to get their first goal of the game, possibly Joseph trying to get it away, and this one goes out. It will be a throw-in for the Hawks. Joseph tries to find Chris Bryan. He sees a cutting Massanova, and that's who he tries to get it to. Massanova hits it off his body. And this one hit out. Joseph gets it back for the Hawks here on the left sideline. Prep taking this one away. Massanova just gets it out. Now the Prep here with an opportunity as they get a bit of breathing room. Here's Jack Joseph. And now this one once again taken away. This one goes not out. It'll stay in, actually. It's hard to tell here from this angle. Now the Saints starting to make some progress here downfield. They kick it away, and it'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. Or maybe, I don't actually know. It'll be a throw-in for Neumann-Goretti. And now a very nice throw, but just gets behind defense, or behind the offense a little too much. And Massanova trying to take this one away. This one upfield. And it looks like this one will go out once again. And the Prep, this time they will get the throw-in. And just over 32 minutes remaining in the first half. And Catanzariti now has it. Catanzariti over to Comey, and he gets hit. No call from the officials. He didn't get knocked down. And now the Prep behind the defense. Catanzariti loses it momentarily. He's just going to have to get it out. Over to Comey. The sun kind of in everybody's way, including mine. This one knocked out by Neumann-Goretti. It'll be a corner kick for the Hawks.
Yeah, great breakaway right there. The camera really couldn't pick that up.
Yeah, I know. The camera is having a bit of problem. But, you know, once the sun starts to go down, it'll start to be fixed here. But we will be able to see what happens in the net. Now a quarter kick from Hardy. This one a bit over the heads of everyone. Saved. And now Goretti doing well defensively, holding the Hawks' offense. But as we know, the Hawks' defense has been, in my opinion, the strong suit this season. Catanzariti might have to get this back over to Ethan Cosgrove. He's going to hold it for now, and he does get it back to Cosgrove, and it's ricocheted. And Prep almost had a bit of a problem there. It's ricocheted once again. Whistle blown. Looks like it was offsides on the Saints. Here's Michael Comey. Comey trying to get it downfield, and he does get it over to Lithgow. Lithgow trying to find somebody. Neumann-Goretti's defense not backing up, but not going forward either. And now he gets it over to Hardy. Hardy one-on-one. Hardy, man, gets knocked down. Now Lithgow again. Gets it out to Comey. Comey to Hardy again. Chris Bryan. Bryan gets it to Lithgow. It's a bit far out. Lithgow shot. Trying to get it to the middle, but was not able to. Now Jack Joseph possesses it to the middle once again. Saved. And once again, the defense holds for Neumann-Goretti. But here's the throw out. It was almost disastrous there as Lithgow could have got a foot on it. This one hit the middle of the field. Michael Comey, though, right there. Gets it back to Catanzariti. Now he gets it over to try to get it over to Massanova, but it's taken away. Michael Comey over to Albert. Albert gets it to Jack Joseph on the side. Was looking around trying to see if he had anybody open, but now he gets Massanova and Chris Bryan. And now no one in the goal. Massanova shot, and it goes in. Chris Bryan scores. And the Prep have taken a 1-0 lead.
Great sequence right there by the Prep. I knew eventually this Neumann defense was going to crack. You know, almost their whole team back. And, you know, Prep whole team up. And they had to have cracked eventually. And, you know, as long as this Prep keeps doing what they're doing, it's going to be a pretty long night for them Neumann boys.
Chris Bryan, his third goal on the season, gets the Prep's total to 31. And now over to Abrams. Abrams over to Catanzariti. And Catanzariti gets it past the defense once again. A little too much umph on it to Lithgow. It goes out of bounds. And this will be a throw-in for Neumann-Goretti. Here's the throw-in. This one high in the air. Massanova with the head tap. Hardy gets knocked out of the way, but he's able to relocate it. Hardy to Comey. Comey almost had it taken away, and now over to Abrams. And the Prep, they're a little confused on what the game plan is going to be here. Comey gets it over to the other side of the field, but it's taken away now. And a miscommunication from the Prep cost them as of now. Abrams, very nice job to clean up everything and take it away. And looking at Lithgow downfield. This pass tipped. And Abrams back in there. Catanzariti knocks it upfield. Hardy trying to locate it. Lithgow going downfield. Here's Chris Bryan. Chris Bryan almost has to take, well, does have to take it away over to Massanova. trying to find anybody. Just kicks it downfield. Bobby Lithgow behind the defense. Lithgow has Chris Bryan in the middle. Let's see what he can do with it. Goes more towards the sideline. Gets to the middle. Chris Bryan, shot saved. And good sequence for the prep there. Chris Bryan just barely tipping it. But the prep, they get it back offensively. Massanova gets knocked down. No call from the officials. He's a bit disappointed in that. But Michael Comey in pursuit. Abrams as well as Albert. But look at Neumann-Goretti running down the field. Albert just gets it away out of bounds. And good decision. And it will be a Neumann-Goretti throw in as the prep get back. And now, good defensive stand once again from the Saints.
Yeah, unfortunately that was not called a penalty. But, I feel like this prep defense, some say, best defense in the PCL, but can hold it as they're doing right now.
Here's Massanova. Massanova gets it downfield. Try to get it to Jack Joseph. This one's sailing a little too far out, but Joseph, really nice job to recover. He gets it more towards the sideline. Joseph tried to get it to the middle of the field, thought about it twice. Now he just gets it out again. And a big kick towards the middle of the field, but this one head tapped out. Once again, the Neumann-Goretti defense holding. Abrams locates it over to Hardy. Hardy knocks it back just a bit too far. Catanzariti in pursuit as well as Lithgow. And it looks like that was last touch by Catanzariti. Yes, it was. This will be a Neumann-Goretti throw-in. And now they're right here next to us. I got a bit of action yesterday, Sam. I don't know if you saw, but the ball came right flying towards me.
I did. Funny in the moment, but maybe not funny for you.
Well, yeah, it was, it was the most action I'm getting on the soccer field this season. But here's Declan Hardy. Tries to get it behind the defense. Chris Bryan and Lithgow are there. Bryan covered in the middle of the field. They get it to him, though. Bryan, double team. It's knocked out by Neumann-Goretti. Good defense. Lithgow over to Catanzariti. He tries to get inside, hits in the middle of the field, and Comey tried to head tap it, but it was a bit too far out of his range. And Massanova able to get it back. Nobody in the goal. Shot from Massanova. It is good. And the prep have taken a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that's what coach has been looking for. Trying to get that goalie out of the net. Free net. Guy on the ground. Perfect shot. Prep up 2-0.
Yep. Couldn't have said it any better myself. As now the prep take a 2-0 lead with just about approximately 20 or under 27 minutes remaining in the first half. As I think this has been a great opportunity so far for the guys you don't typically see, but maybe get some some good minutes during the varsity games like Michael Comey, and we see Brendan White in there now. He had a big game yesterday, played really well in the back end. I think it's a good opportunity for those guys to really step up and be leaders in this type of moment. Hardy just has to get it back over to Pat Kane, who's now checked in. Over to Hardy again, and the prep just starting to play keep away as they do have a 2-0 lead. Albert over to Michael Comey. Comey to Hardy. Hardy relocates it, tries to get to Brendan White, and he does. And Brendan White, really nice job to get it behind the defense. White gets to the middle of the field. Shot there. Goal by Ryan Smith. And now it's 3-0 St. Joe's prep.
This is exactly what I said. This prep defense bend, they don't break. This Neumann defense, they break. So, and like I said before, getting the goalie out of the net. Big emphasis in practice this week. I'm assuming, especially after last night's game, couldn't really get anything going on offense. But great start for the prep here, up 3-0 already.
Indeed, as now it is 3-0. Ryan Smith, his second goal of the season. And obviously he has made some impact on during the other games like, the Roman and the Judges of the world. Right now here's Pat Kane. And Massanova tried to knock it away, and a great job to knock it away from the Neumann-Goretti defense. Here's Catanzariti, gets it over to Bobby Lithgow. Lithgow gets it downfield. Nobody really there for the prep, but they are going to be able to get it down. Brendan White, he has done a great job in the past couple of games, really shown his speed and has been able to utilize his size. Sam, I don't know if you've seen, but his impact has been great so far.
Yeah, one of these younger guys stepping up, with obviously some of these seniors resting today.
Right.
As had a pretty long and late game last night.
Yeah, it's a late game indeed. But, yeah, I would totally agree. Brendan White, obviously, my class junior. We'll be seeing him for the next couple of years. But yeah, definitely a late game last night. I think there was a missed handball call from the officials, but obviously the sun is hurting. But the Prep, they do get a corner kick opportunity. Hardy hits it a bit too far out. Comey tried to knock it in, but Masanovo already has a goal today. Gets over to Tanzariti. Shot from him. I think it was ricocheted off, or maybe it was not actually. Yeah, it was not. It'll be a goalie kick for the Saints. And now, just under 25 minutes remaining in this contest. And there's the kick, and the Prep's defense soaring in. Brendan White gets it over to Ryan Smith, and offsides there on the Hawks. It'll be a free kick for Neumann-Goretti. 3 offsides calls early in this contest, Sam. You know, it's something that we talked about before the game. You know, it's been one of the issues we've seen from the Hawks. Obviously, there have been a lot of great things to come, but the offsides penalties kind of, well, obviously the Prep, the winning aspect has been a big talking point, but the offsides definitely one to bring up as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of times I've seen these guys go offsides, and unfortunate, obviously, not what you want to see out there. But since most of these guys are older, but it's gonna happen. Mistakes are gonna happen.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. But obviously the 3-0 lead has been great, and there's a foul from Neumann-Goretti, Ryan Smith. I'm sorry, Michael Comey, actually. A lot of guys are related on this team. He hit it towards the net. It was saved, and now here's Pat Kane. Pat Kane doing a great job taking it downfield. Gets its pass taken away. Massanova not able to get a foot on it. Gets it over to Michael Comey. Comey able to reset. And now Comey gets it to the middle of the field. The guys are behind the defense, but once again, offsides called on the Hawks.
Sorry about that, folks.
There was in the way of the camera. Oh, well, hope everybody's okay. But nonetheless, getting back to the game here, free kick for the Saints. And this one's tipped by Albert in the air. I'm sorry, by Massanova, and there's going to be a foul called on the Prep. It looked like Massanova extended the arm just a little too much for the officials' liking.
Yeah, that's going to get called 9 out of 10 times, and unfortunate for the Prep right there.
But the defense so far has done so great to the point where I don't know if it matters too much.
Yeah. Obviously.
Right there, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Freshman Michael Abrams stepping up, same class as me, and these little bit of older guys are, playing as they always do back there. They've given up, 2 runs in there, or not 2 runs, sorry.
Too much in the baseball season.
Too much, yeah.
Phillies have a big game now tomorrow.
Yep. Shame it's the same time as LaSalle, though.
That is tough. But, WSJP is still going to bring you great coverage. But, no, yeah, you're right. Michael Abrams has made a big impact. The defense, obviously, as well. I think you're right. Only a few goals given up this season. And now, here's Massanova. Franny Seaman only giving up 2 PCL goals. And once again, they call Brendan White offsides. And, if you're the Prep, there's not really much you can do on that one, as Neumann-Goretti's defense, they just weren't moving.
Yeah, not ideal. Once again, I hate offsides, as you've heard from the 2 games I've covered, but.
And no foul call from the officials, but once again, Brendan White onside. Nope. Offsides once again called, and on Brendan White, that's the second one in the last 30 seconds.
Again, this Neumann defense is standing their ground. I guess that's a good thing.
No, there's no doubt about it. They've definitely been standing their ground, and they've done a nice job making the Prep make mistakes. And if you're the Saints, you can take advantage. That's an opportunity.
Yeah.
And there's
a ball
there
on
might
the
be
field.
stop play as there's a ball on the field. So we'll get back to the game in just a second. Catanzariti being a man forward with others, knocking it back. And now Albert hits it high in the air over to Hardy. Hardy, nice head tap over to Michael Comey. Tries to get it, and Comey hits it off his body. Really nice concentration from him. Comey gets it over to Catanzariti. And trying to get it to Hardy beyond the defense, and he does. Here's Declan Hardy. The Prep don't have numbers, but they're going to try and make something happen. Hardy, really nice moves. He might take a shot here, and he does. It is in there. Declan Hardy gets another goal for the Prep.
That was beautiful.
Yes.
I'll say. That was one of the best goals I've seen ever.
That was really nice.
You see that kind of stuff from the pros,
Remember in the Carroll game, Dom
Yeah,
Quah got it through
exactly.
3 people.
Exactly. Kind of pro level offense here from the prep.
Yeah, that was really nice there by Declan Hardy as he's extended his goal total to 3 on the season. And now this one knocked back the Preps defense, so they are not stopping. And you see the conditioning here from the Hawks. Chris Bryan takes away the pass. It looks like Neumann-Goretti were pretty frustrated. They didn't have miscommunication. Bryan gets knocked down. And there's the foul call. And now a free kick in a very favorable position here for St. Joe's Prep.
Yeah, finally, one went in Prep's favor, and hopefully,
see if we can get a goal.
Yeah, see if we go at 5-0 here.
Yeah, it would be very ideal if you are the Hawks. And now here we go. The referees, I think they're trying to might be backing up the defense just a bit here. And yeah, he's going to make them move a bit just to know where they can stand. And now Chris Bryan with an opportunity. Has a goal here today. We'll see if he can possibly get another, maybe get an assist. This is one just soars over the net, and it'll be a goal kick for Neumann-Goretti.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Prep had an opportunity, but, many opportunities this game so far by the Prep. Many opportunities so far by the Prep, but, they're taking advantage of them, and that's what happens when you get a lot of opportunities. You're going to succeed in it. At least one of them.
I mean, four. They've succeeded in 4 of their opportunities, so very good game. And here's Jack Joseph. Try to get over to Chris Bryan, who got hit a little bit in the body, and a great job from Neumann-Goretti to get away from Bryan. And it'll be a kick away for the Saints. Here it is. Michael Abrams right there and does a really nice job to take it away, but he runs into Declan Hardy, and Abrams just stays down. Good decision by him. Didn't want to get a possible handball or anything. Pat Kane just might have to get it back to Ethan Cosgrove, and he does. Cosgrove going to deliver a kick away. And this one's sailing out of bounds, and it does go there, and it will now be a throw-in for the Saints. As the Prep continue with their 4-0 lead. And this one, once again, sailing out of bounds. I'm concerned this one might go into the street. I don't know, that's all right. Just hits the fence. No need to panic. No ball boy here today, so the momentum of these throw-ins, they could possibly be taken away, as we saw last night at Roman Catholic.
Yeah, don't want time chewing off the clock for balls going into the street here. And
well, speaking of that, there's another ball going onto the field, as this is going to be, hopefully this isn't a hazard for anyone. Chris Bryan, I don't think he sees it, and he just gets it away. Great job from him. Michael Comey gets it behind the defense over to Brendan White, and a great job from White to concentrate on it. White, shot from him. Oh, it just soars off.
That was one of them Hail Mary shots, but a bit closer, so not quite a Hail Mary shot, but it was a good attempt, and obviously the ball on the field is what you get when you play at a recreation center, so it's gonna happen, but
also got to give a shout out to Chris Bryan, man form with others, getting the ball off the field, making sure nobody gets injured, and then very nice head tap there. This one just goes out of bounds. Brendan White not really going to try to save that one, not really a point. And now a throw in for the Saints. This one over the head of White. Pat Kane is there, and he not able to maintain it. Oh, look at Abrams sliding in.
Beautiful play by Mike Abrams there.
And a really nice job. Abrams has been contributing on all levels of the game, defensively, offensively, and has played really well in his freshman season, and he'll continue to do so for the next couple of years. Michael Comey tried to get it to Jack Joseph, who tipped it, and now Neumann-Goretti will lose it, and here's Chris Bryan one-on-one, and Bryan just gets it a little too far out than he would have liked, and he's a bit disappointed, but Neumann-Goretti take advantage, and yeah, he has his hands on his head. He thought he could have had his second goal of the game, but Prep going to have more opportunities like that. Pat Kane, he is now shaken up a little bit. Here's Jack Joseph, and a very nice job from Joseph to take it away, but the defense is in, and hopefully Pat Kane's going to be okay, but Declan Hardy gets it behind the defense. No one's in the net, but a great job from Neumann-Goretti to knock it away. And it'll be a corner kick, but let's focus on here on Pat Kane, who is down, hurt, and we hope he's all right. He's trying to get back up, but he's just going to go to the ground. And he does. It looks to be in a bit of pain here. We just hope maybe it's a cramp. Michael Abrams going to try and help him up. He does, and looks like he's going to be helped off. trainer for Neumann-Goretti, coming out. And Pat Kane. He is walking off on his own power, so that's something you like to see. He's walking off on his own power, so that's great, but and now a corner kick here coming for the Hawks. And once again, there's another ball in the field. It's going to have to stop play for just a moment, but the officials figured out, and here is the corner kick. That one hit in the air. It looked like hit by a Neumann-Goretti player. Couldn't necessarily see the number, but Abrams gets it away. And this one out. And it will be, it'll go to the prep. That was a foul on Neumann-Goretti.
Big opportunity for prep here. Trying to get their 5th goal of the game.
And we'll see if they're able to do so.
And hopefully they do.
There might be a bit of added time because of the injury to Pat Kane. And a very nice pass there by Joseph, but was not able to get anything out of it. And this one taken away. Here comes Neumann-Goretti. And a very nice job from Catanzariti. And he just takes a very big shot that's saved, and one of those Hail Mary balls that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
But as I did mention, there will be most likely added time to the Pat Kane injury that we just saw. So, the time might be more like 15 minutes. That could have been a handball called on Neumann-Goretti. Nothing there. Ethan Cosgrove, though, going to easily save it. And he's just going to hold it and wait to throw it over to Michael Comey. Comey gets to the side. There's Brendan White. Has Catanzariti behind him, but he's going to find Jack Joseph in front of him. Joseph has a screaming Chris Bryan in front of him. And now Jack, he might be able to get something going here, and he takes a shot, and the prep trying to knock it in, but it goes out, and they're right back to the ball, and a bit of mishap there goes out. The prep will get the throw-in.
Prep flying around the field, confusing the Goretti defense.
And this one goes out. It'll be a goal kick for the Saints. And we will see the goal kick now. And it's a bit short. Jack Joseph gets a foot on it. And a bit of an extension of the arm. No call from the officials. And there was a bit of an extension there. It's going to be a foul called on Neumann. And it'll be a free kick for the Saints. And taking a bit of time here. Looks like there's going to be a substitution. I think Bobby Lithgow going to come ready to get back in for the prep. Here's Massimo Albert. Over to Declan Hardy. Hardy, nice pass back. We apologize here on WSJP as we did miss the goal call. And a bit of number changes today.
Had to get that sorted out.
Yeah, we did have a technical problem on WSJP, so we did get it figured out for you, though. And now this one being moved upfield. And now shot from Lithgow saved. And now kick out Ryan Smith. And this one kicked out. It'll be a throw-in for Neumann-Goretti. And now here's Jack Joseph. Joseph has it taken away. Lithgow trying to make a play on the ball. It was actually Chase Massanova who scored his first goal. And now Neumann-Goretti calling for an offsides call, and they do eventually call it. And if you're the Prep, there's not really much you can do. Neumann-Goretti's defense, they're not moving back. They're kind of staying where they are. And if you're the Prep, the only really way to score, you're going to have to bite a little bit offsides.
Yeah, again, unfortunate, but most likely a thing of practice this week for Neumann to saying these guys can get offsides, but don't move.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really another way to put it. Look at Emilio Iannicone, star catcher for St. Joseph's Prep. They're getting the throw in back on field, and Jack Joseph tries to take a shot. This one goes in, and it is another goal for St. Joe's Prep. It is 6-0. Jack Joseph gets a goal, and it is his first goal on the year.
Beautiful play. Goalie wasn't like he was looking at the other side of the field. Unfortunate for Neumann, and that's 6.
Yes, that is 6-0. 6-0 St. Joseph's Prep. And whistle from the officials, and now we are back with approximately 9 minutes. Might have maybe 2 minutes or 1:30 remaining. And now here's Freemuth. And now it was last touch by Massanova. A throw in there from Massanova over to Brendan White. I'm sorry, Bobby Lithgow. And now here is Chris Bryan soaring down the field. Shot from him, and it goes off the hands. And it'll be a corner kick for St. Joe's Prep.
Yeah, beautiful save by Newman's goalie. You know, obviously I know him personally.
Right, yeah.
And, you know, he's also the starting catcher for Neumann. And you see him make plays like that every game.
Right. And now Michael Comey subbing on for Brendan White. Corner kick here for the Hawks. And here it is. And this one a bit too far out, but it goes in! Michael Abrams scoring there. And the freshman gets a goal, his second of the season. It is now 7-0 St. Joe's Prep.
Yeah, you love seeing guys stepping up. You know, Mike, he's done a fantastic job. As I've said many times, he's done a fantastic job this year of, you know, get right place, right time.
Right.
He's all over the field.
And now Neumann-Goretti back at it. Abrams gets it over to Catanzariti. Back to Abrams again. And he's just trying to find anybody. He gets it over to Massimo Albert. And now there's a squirrel running on the field. This is interesting.
Scared me for a second.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to stop play here because of the squirrel.
That scared me there.
That was interesting. And now there's
right through my legs.
Now some. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I thought it was like a ball. I looked down and it was a squirrel.
Well, it appears that we have a little nuisance on the field tonight. A squirrel has entered the pitch.
And in other news, Liam Waldron coming up from behind me, doing his best impression. Was it spot on, Sam? Be honest.
It was spot on. I cannot lie.
Wow.
There's a ball going on.
Now there's a ball on the field. There's a lot going on today. There's a lot of disturbances, but we're in it nonetheless. Chris Bryan, a little bit of contact there, no call from the officials. Did you hear that on the broadcast? Oh, it was a pretty good impression. I can't lie.
Pretty good impression.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Yep.
Nonetheless, shot here from Chris Bryan. It goes over the heads of everyone. It'll be a goal kick for the Saints. Man. Does everybody do that sort of impression? I don't know.
That was a pretty good one.
Oh.
It's a pretty good one.
Well, nonetheless, we're continuing here. Here's Michael Comey. Shot from him. It is gonna go in. Michael Comey extends the Preps lead 8-0.
Like I keep saying, you know, bring the goalie out and just having other guys open, shooting, perfect. And now it's
8-0.
8-0.
And Michael Comey, his first goal in the season. And now Neumann once again keep things going. And now here's Jack Joseph. Joseph moves around the defense, making really nice plays here. And this one goes out. And we
That's the half.
go to halftime.
Yeah, that was a half. Clock way behind here.
Okay, well,
I guess
I'm not sure if it's an extension. I'm not sure if there was an extension there. I'm not necessarily sure what happened, but I'm very confused. But nonetheless, we'll go to a break on WSJP. I believe that this is halftime. No Hawk Talk at the half here today, but we will be back in just a few moments. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting the second half here at Neumann-Goretti as the Hawks have a 8-0 lead over the Saints.
It's getting dark out. Sun's going down.
It is getting dark out, yeah.
Camera's getting a little bit.
And that is where we will adjust here, and we'll take a quick break from the. We'll fix the camera for you all.
Looks like it's a corner kick here for St. Joe's Prep. No, Neumann. Sorry about that. Gonna switch sides, headed inbounds. Chris Bryan going upfield, fighting, and I'll go out of bounds about the 20-yard line. Back to Ryan.
Apologize for the break on WSJP. We had to fix the camera quality for you all to get the best coverage as we continue to do so. And Sam picking up for me in just just in that time. And now the Prep downfield, Ryan Smith and company. And he's got 3-on-1. He gets knocked down, but no call from the officials. This one tipped. Albert has it now, and he gets knocked down hard. But once again, no call. Ryan Smith again already has a goal here today. Ryan Smith through the defense, and he loses it, and it's recovered. Now it is. That's tough there if you are St. Joe's Prep.
Yeah, tough play right there. As I mean, I don't know what coach's plan is, being up by 8 goals right now, but just passing around the back here, kicking it up the midfield.
And now Prep trying to continue here. Neumann doing a great job defensively, though, and this one knocked towards the side. It stays in. Albert chasing it down on a tightrope. He's able to keep it in. This one ricocheted, and it will stay with the Saints.
Sorry for that bad camera work, folks.
Oh, well, I mean, there's it's a
multitasking, cold night, gotta warm my hands up.
No, it's definitely not your fault. It's it's not a favorable spot, but I think it's been a great broadcast nonetheless, right?
Yeah, I mean, love seeing Prep win.
Oh, we got to keep going if we want to win, though.
You're right, but
I mean, you can't get too high on the highs, you know.
I know,
but nonetheless, the Prep they have had control for the beginning of the second half, and Albert has it taken away over to Lithgow. Lithgow tried to get to Chris Bryan. Bryan moved back just a little bit. Catanzariti knocks it back over to Freemuth, and now Abrams will just knock it over to Ethan Cosgrove. Lithgow giving the camera a bit of a look there. And now here is Michael Comey. Gets back to Freemuth. Freemuth over to Comey. Comey dancing around defenders. Comey gets downfield, or at least attempts to. It's knocked back. Here's Lithgow. Lithgow head tap from him. Here's Albert. Albert trying to get it downfield. Hardy. And now Chris Bryan has to jump over the defenders and goalie alike, and it's saved. Freemuth, nice box out from him. This one will go out, and it will be a throw-in for the Hawks. And now throw-in there from Freemuth. The Prep with breathing room. Neumann-Goretti trying to move up, but not fast. Schmassanova already has a goal here today, as well as Freemuth. Here's Catanzariti. And Catanzariti.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that was well, what are you gonna do there? But we continue back with the game.
Recreation center there.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can do it. People can do what they want. We're just here doing our thing as well. Here's Chris Bryan, and he knocks it off the head of defenders, and now here's Declan Hardy getting moved back. Tries to get over to Catanzariti. He's gonna kick it to the side, and it looks like Freemuth was out of bounds there.
Yeah, a lot of distractions tonight for.
Well, I mean, a lot goes on. It's
a lot goes on. Football practice going on.
Yeah, I think it's EOM.
Right?
I think it's EOM. You familiar with EOM, Sam?
Yes, I went over at half to say hi to some of the guys over there that I know.
Gotcha. I'm familiar with you. I've watched a couple of their football games, and they got a pretty good squad over there. They've won a couple like championships. I couldn't tell you the names, but I know they've won a couple championships. They got nice rings as well. They give them rings and all that. It's like it's a good operation they got going on over there. But nonetheless, back in this game, Masanova has this one taken away momentarily, but he tries to get it away, and he gets it over to Michael Comey. Comey gets it downfield over to Chris Bryan. Bryan keeps it in bounds. And this one's looking like it might go out. Bryan knocked down. And
no penalty.
Yeah, no penalty called, as it might have went out beforehand. And it'll be a goalie kick for the Saints. And this one taken away. Here's Chris Bryan. Doesn't have anybody on the defense in front of him. Shot is saved. And Bryan could have had his second goal of the game, but a very nice save to keep it as it is. And now this one out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in. Ryan Smith will do it. And he gets it quickly over to Hardy. Hardy tries to get it to the middle of the field. Chris Bryan trying to maneuver here. Contains a Reedy shot. It's tipped and it's saved. And now there's the throw-in. Contains a Reedy. Getting moved out of the way here. No call from the officials, though the contact was a little lessened in the last moments of that. And now here's Ethan Cosgrove. Might try to get to the other side of the field, and he does get over to Lithgow, but here come the Saints. And now Ryan Smith coming down the field, expecting the ball over to Massimo Albert right in front of us, walking a tightrope. Encouragement from the St. Joe's Prep players. And now behind the defense, a little too far out in front of Ryan Smith, but he's going to try and make up for it. Look at the speed downfield from Ryan Smith. And he's trying to get it by defenders here. This one kicked out of bounds, and it looks like it will. I couldn't see if this will be a corner kick or if this will be a throw-in. It looks like this will be a throw-in based off the position the guys are in. Or no, it'll be a corner kick.
Another corner kick for the Prep.
I might just have to stop going with my gut, because every time I say it, it's another one, you know, when I can't really see the angle too well. But nonetheless, Lithgow will do the corner kick for the Hawks. I've seen a few of these here today. Lithgow tries to get it to the middle, but a nice job from Neumann-Goretti to knock it out, but it goes right back to Lithgow. Has defenders coming in. Shot here, saved. Hardy tried to get a second effort on it, but Tanzariti chasing it down the side. And he's going to keep it in bounds here, but he's got 2-on-1. Neumann-Goretti able to keep it in their possession. And they kick it out. Very nice job from them. And now Freemuth has it. He gets it over to Lithgow. Lithgow tries to get it to Masanova. Defender was coming up quickly, but he was able to get it away. Lithgow again. Doesn't have really anybody open, but he gets it over to Michael Comey now. And here's Comey. Try to get it downfield. I think he was expecting Chris Bryan to keep going, but he did not do so. And now it'll be a goalie kick for Neumann-Goretti.
Yeah, you know, this goalie has been pretty good today, but just applied pressure. Obviously, last Saturday when we went over to Judge for the football game, we got to catch the end of the Judge Carroll game.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I was doing the Carroll game, their goalie was one of the best I've ever seen. That guy was going crazy, but he gave up a lot of goals against, you know, Judge. And I think the reason that was the case is the same reason now. They're just applying pressure, and the defense isn't really helping him out a little bit. So he's trying to do it all himself, and it's just hard for the goalie back there.
I mean, spot on right there. And now Massimo Albert tried to get it behind the defense, but now really nice job from Lithgow to get it back to him. And now he gets it to the middle of the field. Catanzariti, though, has to back it up over to Michael Comey. Comey just going to knock it back over to Abrams. And if you're the Prep, I mean, you know, while there is 31 minutes remaining, still lots of time, there's really not much of a rush to score as you are up 8-0 and have a pretty considerable lead. But now here's Michael Comey over to Albert. Now to Lithgow again. Lithgow over to Ryan Smith. Smith gets it to Hardy, and now the Prep behind the defense. Lithgow going to have to make up for the pass a little too far out in front of him. Lithgow keeps going. Bobby Lithgow, really nice moves, and he just kicks it a little too far out in front of him. It is a nice save. And now a big throw downfield, but Masanova comes flying in, and he knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Saints. The Prep do a really nice job there to get it backed up. And now Neumann-Goretti with the throw in. Albert over to Comey. Comey just once again going to back it up. No reason to keep move forward. And now Comey over to Lithgow. Lithgow cross pass to Abrams. Abrams to Catanzariti. And now Freemuth over to Comey. Comey tries to get it to Bryan, who's behind the defense. Here's Chris Bryan. Shot from him. Saved. And Neumann-Goretti continuing to have a good defensive second half. Massanova gets it over to Albert. Albert gets it behind the defense over to Hardy. Hardy shot from him. It goes over the net. I thought it was good, but it just went a bit too far over the net. Very nice shot, though.
Should be worth 3 points.
That's true. That is a that was a field goal. The field goal was good. And I believe Jack Joseph coming back in for the Hawks. And Abrams out. And Abrams is out for the prep, and he's put on a very good performance. A goal. Has played really great defensively. As we are in the night sky here in South Philly. This is kind of in our backyard, Sam.
Yeah, I walked here,
Really?
actually. Yeah,
Nice. And now,
like 6 or 7 minutes away.
and now Catanzariti tries to get it downfield over to Ryan Smith, and that's a almost perfect pass. And Smith gets it around everybody. Ryan Smith has an opportunity here. Here it is, shot. Goal, Ryan Smith. Wow.
Beautiful. That was just like the one on the other side of the field in the first half. But crossed him up, shattered his ankles. Great job by the great goal, great moves.
Yeah, Ryan Smith, really nice play, and he just maneuvered through the defense really well. And Neumann-Goretti, they have played really good in the second half defensively, but Ryan Smith found a way to get through. And now Massanova gets it away. Ryan Smith gets it upfield. Jack Joseph sees there are 4 defenders in his way. They're going to back up now. Chris Bryan pretty much behind the defense. Joseph, really nice moves from him. He gets it over to the side, over to Bryan. Bryan getting in front of the defense as well. Gets back to Joseph. Joseph, nice moves once again. And a shot from him, saved. And a kick off field right into the possession of Massanova. Now to Comey. Comey right back to Freemuth. And he's going to get it back to Cosgrove. And Michael Comey now has it. Jack Joseph has it ricocheted off the bodies of a few guys, including Declan Hardy, who now possesses it. And he just gets it back to near Freemuth and Massanova, and they're just going to let it roll for now. And now Freemuth has it. Over to Comey. Massanova over to Joseph again. And the prep. Now going to let this one fly. Gets behind the defense. Bryan now has it. Has an opportunity here. He falls down, and it rolls in. Is it a goal? I guess it is. As
No.
I think they're trying to say it was a handball. And let's see what the official ruling is. And I'm not sure if Bryan did get his hand on it. Goalie coming out to argue with the officials. From this angle, it kind of looked like Bryan did get his hand on it, though, Sam. I'm not sure what you saw.
I saw a clean play right there. It hit his chest. I'll tell you that. It hit his chest. But it could have ricocheted off of, the goalie's hand or the defender's foot.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure. It did, and it will count as a goal. And there's still some arguments going on, and the official blowing his whistle, and
no goal.
And now it looks like they're going to rule it off. And this is pretty confusing. It might be a penalty kick. Well, we're going to take that goal off as of now. And this is... And, yeah, it's going to be a penalty kick for Catanzariti. So take the goal away from Chris Bryan. He has 3 on the year. And, yeah, it's going to be a goal. It's going to be a penalty kick for Catanzariti. Shot from him, and it's good. So now you can add the goal if you're St. Joe's Prep. Catanzariti gets the goal, and that's his 2nd on the year.
Goalie frustrated with that one. You know, goal anyway, but a little bit more time off the clock. One step closer to going home with a W.
Indeed. And now approximately over 27, or under 27 minutes remaining. Wordplay. And nonetheless, it's another goal for St. Joe's Prep as they've taken a 10-0 lead here over Neumann-Goretti. And back at it once again. Neumann-Goretti in front of the Prep 2nd line, but then we're not able to get past the 3rd. Here's Jack Joseph. Joseph gets it over to Chris Bryan. Bryan to Hardy. And the Prepper's going to move this one back. Hold this one. I mean, there still is a lot of time remaining. Michael Comey gets it all the way over to Ryan Smith. Smith to Hardy, and now back to Ryan Smith. Very nice passing from St. Joe's Prep. And now this one goes out on the Prep. It'll be a throw-in. I'm sorry, it goes out on Neumann-Goretti. It'll be a throw-in for St. Joe's Prep. And now Jack Joseph. No one moving towards him. And he's just going to hold it momentarily as he gets it over to Smith. Now to Comey. Has it in the air. And Neumann-Goretti's defense knock it away. And this one ricocheted. You can hear that from here. And now Massanova tried to get it to Hardy, who didn't tap it, but it did go into Jack Joseph's possession. And now over to Ryan Smith. Here's Smith on the wing. Trying to find something here, and he just gets it out to Joseph again. Joseph's just going to let it go. And Lithgow also going to let it go. Back to Hardy. Now to Lithgow again. And it looks like the Prep are going to back up here, and they do. Gets it over to Massanova. Now to Freemuth. And the Prep going to continue to move this one upfield. And once again, the Prep not going to really try and take any chances as they continue to just move this one around. Ethan Cosgrove going to hold it momentarily, and he gets it upfield. Over to Chris Bryan. Now to Hardy. Jack Joseph gets it to Ryan Smith. Smith to Joseph upfield again. Joseph going to hold now, going to deliver a kick to midfield to Hardy. Joseph almost had it there, really extended the leg up. It goes out on Neumann-Goretti. Ryan Smith does the throw and over to Joseph. Joseph to Smith. Lithgow. Back to Freemuth. Now to Massanova. Ryan Smith over to Michael Comey. Now to Lithgow. Back to Freemuth. And now Lithgow again. The Prep just holding this one as we speak. And now this one upfield. Jack Joseph behind the defense. Here we go. The Prep going to try and make something happen. Joseph moved out of the way. Great defense again from the Saints. Comey over to Catanzariti. Catanzariti just knocks it back to Freemuth. And the Prep continuing to move, and now looking forward in the schedule on WSJP as we have a bit of time here. The Hawks back tomorrow versus Abington Senior High School. That broadcast will be brought to you at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And then, same day, WSJP making history, 2 video broadcasts in one day. We walk over to Franklin Field as the Hawks take on LaSalle College High School. Myself and Dom Schulk will be on the call for that game. As we move over back to this one, here we go, Jack Joseph. And then the Hawks soccer continuing PCL play on Tuesday, 7 p.m. against Conwell Egan, that being at Penn Park. And now Neumann-Goretti were a moment there behind the defense. And now Freemuth knocks it away. Lithgow gets it over to Ryan Smith. And this pass taken away by Neumann-Goretti momentarily. Lithgow, very nice move to get it away. Smith over to Jack Joseph. And then in other football news, the Prep will be taking on Roman Catholic next Friday as well. And now Jack Joseph behind the defense realizes that no one's really there, but he's trying not to go off sides. Joseph has it knocked away. So some big games coming up here on WSJP, Sam.
Yeah, stacked weekend, stacked Philly sports on the weekend, too.
Yeah, we got the Eagles on Sunday, Phillies on Saturday.
Phillies on Monday.
Yeah, Phillies on Monday as well. We got some big games here on WSJP. And a stacked gauntlet we've had this weekend, or this week in general. I mean, on Tuesday we had soccer versus O'Hara. We got the game yesterday, game against the game today. We got 2 games tomorrow, game on Tuesday. I mean, it doesn't stop here on WSJP, and I'll be on the call for all of those games. So you continue to hear me, and Sam obviously doing a great job as well, stepping up as a freshman. Coming out here, and great game against Carroll, and now we've had a great game against Neumann, broadcast and in the game-wise. Here's Pat Kane. Moving it around. Michael Comey trying to make a play on the ball. Has it taken away. Pat Kane gets it back, and a great job from him to maintain the defense, but he gets moved out of the way, maybe a little bit of extension of the arm. And now the 3-on-1 here, the Prep, they've done a really nice job when it comes to triple and double teaming to get the ball back in their possession. There's definitely an extension of the arm missed, and there's another one, and there's something on the ground. I can't necessarily see what it is. I'm not sure if that's a shoe.
A shin guard.
Oh, shin guard. Yes, that's a good call right there. And it came out of the sock of Massanova. I don't think we've seen that this season, but nonetheless, Massanova gets it away. And now the Prep going to continue to move the ball up. Here's Michael Comey. Prep trying not to get behind the defense. Pat Kane trying to move with the Neumann-Goretti defense, but a kick just delivered back, and now somewhat upfield over to Chris Bryan. Bryan on the side, and he trips, just gets it back, and now the Prep with an opportunity here. Michael Comey, and just going to kick it out over to, I believe, Smith. And now this pass just delivered right back to Ethan Cosgrove. Just over 20 minutes remaining here at Murphy Rec. And now over to Catanzariti. Now over to Ryan Smith. Now Comey again. Sam, I'll ask you, the Prep obviously suffering, a hard loss yesterday to Roman Catholic, but have now really set the tone here today. 10-0, and they've really, put the PCL back on notice. How do you think they've been able to do that?
Pressure, This goalie, he's been dealing with that all game. What we saw last night was they're putting some pressure, but that Roman defense was not breaking. But this time, one crack, and whole ship goes down, right?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, the Prep have done a really nice job today, and I think Neumann-Goretti's, defense, it's been they've played pretty decent so far. They've had a pretty half-decent second half. I think you'd agree with me there, Sam, but the Prep, they have just done a really nice job playing together as a team and, making sure that they can continue to score. But Neumann-Goretti's defense, I'd say playing a pretty half-decent second half, as I'm sure the audience would agree with that statement there. But this one kicked out of bounds, and it will now be a throw-in for the Hawks, and just under 19 minutes remaining here in this game. The Prep just going to play keep away for Neumann-Goretti. Here's over to Pat Kane. Kane over to Freemuth. Freemuth now to Ethan Cosgrove. And Ryan Smith yelling out orders to Ethan as Neumann-Goretti's defense moving up, but a great job from the Prep to get it away. And now Michael Comey over to Pat Kane. Kane gets it to Ryan Smith, and another ball on the field as Declan Hardy moves it away. We've had a lot of these today, Sam. There's been a lot of interruptions that have been pretty interesting.
Yeah, the squirrel going through my legs.
Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't believe the squirrel went through your leg. I mean, ugh, I can't. See, I'm afraid of. I'm actually afraid of squirrels. So that would have really freaked me. But
Thought it was like a rat.
oh no, don't even talk about that. But Chris Bryant has it taken away from him over to Pat Kane. Kane loses it momentarily. We get it back to Masanova. Now Michael Comey. Over to Ryan Smith. Smith holds it. No one's really pressuring him. And he gets it downfield. Very nice curve on it, but it's head tapped. And now Michael Comey in pursuit. Other defenders coming in. And continuing on here, the prep really playing keep away from the Saints. Ryan Smith again. Over to Pat Kane. Kane gets it to Masanova. And Masanova's going to get it right back to Ethan Cosgrove as the prep hold. And now Freemuth kicks it downfield as this one gets away from Newman's defense. Declan Hardy, look at him, the speed. And he has it in control, but he's outnumbered. And he gets it over to Ryan Smith. Now to Pat Kane. Over to Comey. Comey to Chris Bryan. Or not Chris Bryan, I'm sorry, Pat Freemuth. And now Declan Hardy. Hardy to Comey. Back to Freemuth. For those that are confused, Freemuth is wearing number 20 today. Obviously with the jersey change a bit late. He was unable to wear his original number 4. And then Masanova, who originally wears 29, is wearing number 9 as he just delivered a pass there to Cosgrove. So yeah, a bit of jersey changes today for the Ioannis. Might have been a bit confusion if you're a first-time watcher or a few times. Maybe you've watched all the games. Me personally, I've watched all the games because I've been at all the games. But nonetheless, Comey tried to get it over to Ryan Smith. Pass was intercepted. Pat Kane, though, able to make up for it. Gets it over to Lithgow. Lithgow tried to get it to Comey, but it has his pass taken away. And now Catan's already coming in. The Prep's defense, though, really nice job to get it away, and Lithgow falls down. And whistle blown, and I think that has done it. With about 15 minutes remaining, the Prep have a 10-0 lead, and it looks like that is the game. The game is over. 10-0 win over Neumann-Goretti. And that was a very good performance from the Prep tonight, Sam.
Yeah, domination all over the field. I was wondering when they were going to end it because Prep was just playing with them at the end there. But, they came out scoring 3 runs almost immediately.
Runs.
Sorry, I'm
you're in the baseball mood, dude. I mean, there's a big game going on Friday.
I'm a different
tomorrow.
Different mindset, but 3 goals off the bat. Big game. Big. A lot of guys got in their goals.
Yeah.
And
I'd love to see it. Love to see it. The Hawks back tomorrow, and we'll be covering that game. I'll be on the call with Bobby Wright against Abington Senior High School, and then we walk over to Franklin Field as St. Joe's Prep football takes on LaSalle College High School. That will be off at 7:30, and then on Tuesday, the Prep, they will take on Conwell Egan and at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, that being at Penn Park. The Prep get a 10-0 win over the Saints of Neumann-Goretti. Back tomorrow. That'll do it here on WSJP. From myself, Ryan Sullivan, my color analyst, Sam Salamone. That will do it here from Murphy Recreation Center. We say thank you. Have a good night.